Let's say Bethesda calls me up and says, Blad, Todd Howard is going to be on vacation for a year. You now have complete and total control over Fallout 76. But here's the catch. You're only limited to making improvements in Fallout 76, so you can't just turn the development team around and say, let's just develop New Vegas too. Yes, I know technically Bethesda didn't develop New Vegas, but that's a conversation for another video. Well, just in case Todd Howard does decide to take that vacation, here is my list of these so-called improvements for Fallout 76. Number 1, total crossplay. This is one that we may never get in the current adaptation of the game. Unfortunately, the game is just older and it just won't be able to happen without a massive update or redesign of the game. I know little to nothing about developing a game, but I'm pretty sure it's not possible, at least with the game being at this point of its lifespan. Yes, although next gen and last gen consoles can play with their respected little or newer brother, cross console, of course, with Xbox and PS4 isn't possible. So it would be nice to add this to where the consoles could play with each other, but more importantly, that PC can play with consoles, because that's something that really just can't happen. I would love to play my Fallout 76 character on my Xbox with my friends who have their Fallout 76 characters on PC, and vice versa. I really wish this could be something that could come to the game, but of course, I understand. I'm not a game developer. I know it probably involves some massive adjustments and stuff like that, so I'm kind of just dreaming here, but this is my list, so that's number 1, total crossplay. Number 2, increase the stash limit. This is probably going to be one of the more popular ones I have in here, and yes, I already know it was raised in the past, but let's be honest, I'm just being greedy here. As a higher level player with a habit to collect as much as possible, I just want a slight increase to say, let's go to 2,000. 2,000 I feel like is respectable, and yes, I understand it's more than a slight increase, but they're continuously adding new weapons, new armor, and new junk and plans, and it's just, there's so much stuff in the game now that you're not able to store a lot. And I know part of Fallout is resource management, but I just want more space so that way I can collect more junk and have more items on display. I mean, if the items in your camp that you have on display count towards the weight in your stash, which I think they shouldn't, then we should increase the stash limit just a little bit more. Yes, I know 2,000 is not a little bit more, but just 2,000. Let's go to 2,000. It's a nice round number. Number 3. Add more nuke bosses. We already know, we've seen little teaser trailers of what's coming in the next season. Although we don't know if it's a nuke boss or not, we do know that it looks like there is more bosses coming. And I'm sure there will be more nuke bosses coming eventually. And yes, we did just get a new boss added with the Skyline Valley update. As of me recording this video right now, August 12th, 2024, we have 4 total nuke bosses, and 5 total bosses if you want me to throw in the imposter sheep squatch. So at least there's 5 enemies that I count as bosses in the game right now. My perfect idea would be, let's have a boss in each region of the game. I mean, think about it. We already have bosses in the Ash Heap, Cranberry Bog, and the Savage Divine, as well as Skyline Valley. That still leaves out Toxic Valley, the Mire, and the Forest. Well, you can only nuke like 25% of the Forest. I mean, 75% of it's off limits for nukes anyway, so like if you don't actually have a boss in the Forest, I kind of understand that. So let's add 2 more. Let's get the Toxic Valley and the Mire covered. It would just be a fun touch to see something wacky. Like, imagine in the Forest could be like a giant mutated Mothman or some type of souped up Deathclaw boss. And then over in the Mire, let's have like some kind of crazy Mirelurk Queen, like one that's even stronger, or even some weird like Mega Sloth. Like, make it like a super Mega Sloth. Let's make this thing massive, like 6 times the size of the regular one, and like make it something crazy. I mean, over time as the game grows, Bethesda's going to add more bosses. They're gonna have to. We can't just rely on the bosses we have. They understand that's what players want, so they're going to come anyways. But again, this is my list. We're getting a giant mutated Mothman just for fun. And, just to make it wacky, he shoots mini nukes. That's right. Out of his, I don't know, eyes? Something random? I don't know. I'm not a video game designer for a reason. I just play video games. Number 4. Make Cryptics stronger. Alright, this one might be one that is going to cause a divide with you guys. But if I'm the one in the driver's seat of this game and in complete control and in charge of Fallout 76, then I want the occasional cryptid that you come across, I want it to feel more panic and anxiety inducing. I feel like it's too easy to just simply two-shot a level 100 cryptid once you surpass level 100 and you're using a cremator or your choo-choo gun. I say let's make them super tanky and make sure they hit like a brick. I want you to come across a sheep squatch and basically fear for your character's life. Like you feel like you're going to lose all the loot in your inventory right then and there. And yes, I know what you're going to say. Blood, this limits lower level players. Yes, I know that lower level players and newer players will hate this. Pro for this is it's going to feel like more of an accomplishment when you say them. Because I say when making the Cryptic stronger, make the stuff they drop like crazy rare. Like have them drop like a guaranteed, like something rare that's harder to get. Like a 3-star legendary. But make it to where like only like the souped up Cryptics will drop it, not every single one. That way you don't just go to the abandoned trade yard and kill 5 snallygasters and then have 5 3-star weapons. Make it like to where these Cryptics just eat bullets. Kind of like how the Wendigo Colossus is a bullet sponge. Let's make all Cryptics not that bad of a bullet sponge, but make them challenging. I mean, I feel like once you get a good build, everything in the game isn't challenging anymore. Let's make them more challenging. Number 5, bring back Nuclear Winter. Yes, guys, I would bring back the Battle Royale mode known as Nuclear Winter. If you were an early Fallout 76 player, kind of like myself, and before you went on a hiatus from the game for a few years, I'm sure you did, I did, the game just wasn't as fun as it once was because there wasn't anything. The game lacked a lot, let's be honest, early on. But one thing I thought was really fun in the early days was Nuclear Winter. But you know what? I'm going to bring it back as a temporary mode. I don't want it to be a permanent addition because I don't want this to become some kind of BR thing. So what I'm going to do is when I would bring it back, it would be back for 1 week a season. And there'll be a leaderboard ranking system to where you can see who's number 1 for that season. Because it's only going to be around for 1 week a season. On top of that, we're going to give you some super rare items, like some really cool plans that you can only get by obtaining a certain number of wins. So let's say because it's around for a week, obtaining like 50 wins gives you the best item that you could get from this event. Again, I want to make it like harder to obtain it, but I want it to be something that people are going to be grinding. So that's why I said 50, because 50 wins is crazy. But if you can get 50 wins in a week, like, you deserve whatever it is. But as I said, it's only going to be temporary. I think it'd be a fun change of pace. And I think it'd bring some older players that lost faith in this game back, even though I'm pretty sure they're back on the game anyways. Number 6, add a Chem Locker. I'm just going to say for fun, since I'm only taking control of Fallout 76 while Todd Howard's on vacation, I'm going to say I still have to have Fallout First in the game. I know Fallout First right away is a massive SMH for players who play the game because they feel like Fallout First makes the game pay to win. It kind of does. If you look at it, you do get some crazy benefits. But in a way, if I'm leading Bethesda and Fallout First is something that I can't get rid of, I'm going to add to it because that's what I do. Mainly because I'm a Fallout First member myself. So Fallout First members already have a ammo locker and scrap box, which gives them unlimited amounts of, well, ammo and scrap that they can keep in each. So you know what? I'm going to add a Chem Locker. This Chem Locker will allow you to store as many chems as possible. Well, up to 1,000 pounds. I know what you're saying, only 1,000 pounds. Well, it's going to be completely separate from your stash box. 1,000 pounds of chems is still 1,000 pounds of chems. That's a lot. That is a lot. The reason why I'm only doing up to 1,000 pounds is, well, let's be honest. If you could have unlimited chems, there's going to come to a point in the game where you just don't play anymore because you're just so overpowered that it's like you're either going to run this chem monopoly or you're so broken that you don't need to grind the game at all. And one thing you want is you want people playing your game as much as possible. So I'm going to put that 1,000-pound weight limit on chems, and of course perks that reduce the weight of chems don't work on this because it is a locker and it's not actually yourself. Either way, I think it'd be a pretty sick addition. I don't know, there'd be some logistics you have to work out, but because like what exactly are you going to be allowed to store in it? I'm just going to say basic chems like stem packs, Radaway, Radex, just things like that for now. So number 7, map expansion. Finally, my last addition is, well, you know, one that you'd probably see coming from a mile away. Fallout 76 has actually a pretty good sized map considering the game itself. Yes, we did just get the Skyline Valley map expansion not long ago, but let's be honest, it's not a large plot of land. I mean, it's a good sized map expansion, but I'm talking let's bring in a few more locations. Let's really open this map up. Let's make this map bigger. I want a bigger map. I want more new places to explore. Give me like some beautiful like forest covered mountains. Like, oh dude, like some really like dense forest areas up in the mountains would be really nice. Just something. Let's add some more stuff just because I'm greedy and I get to choose what I want because it's my list and I'm in charge because Todd Howard said so. So yeah, who doesn't love to explore? Come on, new places to explore, new map expansion coming soon. Blatty says so because I'm Todd Howard now. And alright, and finally, I thought it would be fun to ask you guys what you would add to the game if you were the one in charge. So thank you everybody who responded to the post I had on my YouTube channel. I appreciate it. I picked 4 particular comments for no reason. I just wanted to pick ones that weren't the same exact thing I was already talking about in the video, or ones that I would definitely add if I could. Real over here says add more holotape games. I agree. Holotape games are kind of slept on in this. My favorite one obviously is Nuka Tapper. That's the easiest one to find out of all of them. That's where you have the beer slided down the bar table, and it's a lot of fun. If you play it for the first like minute, you have no idea what's going on, and then you zone in and you just have fun. More holotape games would be fun. That'd be cool if they have like some kind of holotape game store and like, I don't know, put it in the White Springs malls where they sell different holotape games. Like that seems like it would be a lot of fun. And then Dwayne says items that come with more storage, and I'd buy a larger camp budget if I could. Hashtag super camp. I completely agree with this. The fact that there isn't an option to expand your camp budget by using a purchase is crazy. Why can't you just buy an additional camp slot and combine them together and have a double camp? Now, I know this means that someone's probably going to drop $100 on the game and have a camp the size of, I don't know, White Springs Resort itself. Let's be honest, I'd pay to increase my budget by like $500 if I could. Like, oh yeah, like then guys, we got Whiskey Tango. This would be awesome. Whiskey Tango says expeditions and daily ops should just queue across servers. I'm tired of server hopping and starting groups that no one joins. I completely agree with this. The fact that we don't have this already blows my mind, because daily ops, I feel like you should just be able to load into the main menu doing daily ops. Like choose your character and load into the main menu and do them, because like you're not traveling anywhere to do them. You're doing them in the server. So why not have where the Fallout Worlds is when you select adventure? Why not have the choice to go into daily ops and then choose your character that you're going in the daily ops with from a different menu right there and have like a separate queue? Like, this would just make daily ops so much more enjoyable. Expeditions, I wouldn't want like this, because then I feel like expeditions would always be separate. But no, I completely agree. You should be able to queue across servers to do expeditions as well, like 110%. This is a really good addition. Alright guys, if you made it this far in the video, be sure to press that like button down below. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. I'm trying out some new video ideas, guys, so if you enjoyed this, please let me know in the comment section down below. Also, let me know if you had complete control over Fallout 76, what would you do? What would your additions be? I look forward to seeing them in the comment section. And guys, as always, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Deuces.